sun is just starting to climb up over the treetops. And it's gonna be a beautiful day, that's plain to see.
Welcome to Bill Dance Outdoors, America's most popular and longest running TV fishing show.
Now I've gone fishing with Bill Dance today.
Okie dokie, we're going to be talking about vertebrates that are found around the lake and in the lake. Now, vertebrates are the fishes, amphibians, reptiles, birds, mammals, all of which have backbones. Some are plant eaters, others are carnivorous in the top of the position in most food chains. Now, invertebrates don't have backbones like worms, crawfish, leeches, clams, and aquatic bugs, similar to what we're going to be fishing with today. Now listen up. I want to tell you a little story. Several years ago, I caught a bass, largemouth, about 3 pounds, while I was worm fishing. Now, after landing this bass, I wasn't really paying a lot of attention what was going on. But while I was removing the hook, I noticed, I felt something. And then I looked down and there was a huge black, ugly beetle-looking bug. Now, I'm not really scared of bugs that much, but this thing was grotesque. I mean, it was just an ugly looking thing that had crawled out of the bass's mouth. And the nasty looking thing was tracking up my arm. And it was almost 4 inches long. And when I looked at it, it was about to freak me out. Well, I let the bass go and I went, and I knocked the stupid looking thing off my arm. Well, what he did, he hit the rod. He went boing, boing, and he came back and he landed halfway in my mouth. And when he hit it in my mouth, I about freaked out. And I slapped at him again, and when I did, knocking off my glasses and my hat and everything, and I knocked him for a ride. But what I noticed, he did about 25 flips, but bloop, when he hit in the water, he went, choom, he started swimming right straight back down to the bottom. Well, after I collected my senses, and after this ordeal, I called a fish biologist that I knew, and I told him what had happened. He told me these lakes are full of them. It's called a giant water bug, and the doggone things grow up to about 3 to 4 inches, and bass really like them. Now, these invertebrates are found in most freshwater lakes. Well, when I heard this, I started using this little fella right here. It's called a river bug, and it looks a whole lot like it, but this thing here is beautiful compared to that nasty looking thing. We're using a 4 1/4 inch river bug. We've got it rigged on a 1/2 ounce weedless lead head. We're using 30-pound fluorocarbon leader, and we've got it attached to that's 30-pound braid, which has got about an 8-pound mono diameter to it. This particular river bug is made by Bass Pro Shops. The rod we're using is a rod that we designed for Bass Pro Shop. It's a 7-foot 2-inch medium heavy 1-piece graphite rod. It's a fast action rod that is ideal for this particular application. That's a fat one. You liked it, didn't you, buddy? Yes, you did. Yes, you did. I'll tell you one thing, I'm getting hot.
Bill Dance Outdoors, sponsored by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's, Your adventure starts here. Rebel, catch fish anywhere. And by Mercury Marine, go boldly. Today's Conditions Log is brought to you by the Tennessee Department of Tourist Development. Come experience the kind of beauty that can only be made in Tennessee. Go online today for your free Tennessee vacation guide.
Got it. Get up on the trolling motor, Jackson. Got under the trolling motor. He's out from under the. This might just work. He's a good fish. Boy, look, he's a lot bigger than I thought. Oh yeah. Woo! I knew he was better. Good fish too. Woo! All right, come here. Ah! Let me just get up. All that trouble, I'm gonna touch you. Doggone it. Whew. Look at that. Yes. Woo! I saw him in there moving those stalks around. There it is. Fine. Whoa. That's a nice one. I believe the key to fishing this outfit is to present it and work it in the most natural way possible. And I think it starts in the fall rate. The slower it falls, the more natural it looks. So how do we control the fall rate? Well, the fall rate is dictated by the weight of the bait that you use. I honestly believe that the lighter the jig you can use, the better off you're going to be. Now, you've got an option when you buy jig heads. You can go with tungsten or you can go with lead. If you want to go with tungsten, tungsten creates a tremendous amount of sensitivity. It has, it's a harder substance than lead, therefore you've got better feel with it. And it shines much better, or it works much better in deeper depths. But like I say, it's a lot more expensive. So tungsten jigs are a lot easier to feel because tungsten is a harder substance, and it's easier to feel in deeper depths. Now, when I'm fishing this bait in cover, naturally I just throw it out to the cover, and I'm actually fishing it with the rod. I'm not trying to overpower it. You know, when I'm fishing it like I am today, I'm just lifting it up and letting it fall back, lifting it up, letting it fall back. I'm in real shallow water, so I can't move it very far. If I try to pop it up real high, I'm gonna jerk it completely out of the water. I'm in 18 inches to 2 feet of water here in this shallow cover. Come on around here, buddy. Oh, I saw him pop it. Whoa, buddy. Come back here and get you. Oh, you threw my bait off. That's a pretty fat one. fat that little job is. Toodaloo.
Today's show is brought to you by Quantum Rods and Reels. Quantum, performance tuned. Pure Marine Odor Eliminator eliminates foul fish odors from gear, compartments, and empty live wells. And Tracker Boats, fish the finest. Today's equipment log is brought to you by Ego Fishing and their all-new S2 slider landing nets with the most advanced handle extension technology. Take the battle to the water with Ego. Today's show is sponsored by Monster Marine Lithium. Lighter, stronger, longer. Bill Dance exclusive rods by Quantum. We have an action for you. And by Garmin. Fight your fish, not your fish finder.
There's one right there on that point. Right there. Tugging like crazy. Going under the boat. Come on back, come on back. Good fish. Oh yeah. Woo! Yes, he is. Yes, he is. They threw my dog off. Okay, quit all that. Come here. I gotta lean over that steering wheel and get you. Over here. Got you. Boy. I don't know how they throw that bait off, but they do. They throw that bait off every time. Look at that one. I saw him up there in that weeds, showing off. Showing off. I don't know what you mean.
Turn that way,
Okay, big boy. Pretty fat one. Look how fat that one is. Good fish. Okay, toodaloo. You got my finger hung in your gill. Toodaloo. You know, when we go bass fishing, regardless of what our skill levels might be, there's no guarantee how many bites we might get, much less how many bass we may catch. So it's important to pay attention to every little bitty detail, like boat position, rod position, the knots we tie, any phrase in our line, the sharpness of our hooks, especially when fishing bulky size soft plastic baits. Not only matching the hook size to the bait, but making sure that our hooks are sharp. Now, you know, we buy hooks from, like I use Gamakatsu hooks, and they're extremely sharp. And most of the hooks you buy are extremely sharp. But here's a little tip that I do when I want to make sure that my hook points and barbs are extra sharp. Now what I do, I carry along a couple of diamond dust files. One about a 400 and up to about a 600 grit to tone these hooks up. And what they do, they clean up any burrs, and I want these hooks needle point. I want a needle point hook with razor sharp barbs. And I'll take that hook and I'll take my diamond dust file and I'll put it right on the inside of that hook, and I'll start filing at a 45-degree angle. After I file on the inside, I'll switch over and file on the other side. And I'm putting a cutting edge on the inside, both sides of that hook. And I do the same thing on the outside edge. I cut at a 45, and then I cut again at a 45. So what I've done, and then I take the other file and I smooth it off. Smooth off any burrs. And what I've got a 4-angle cut on that hook. I've got a cutting edge on the outside of the hook, out here on the outside, and I've got a cutting edge on the inside. What this does, this allows for quicker penetration through the plastic and into the mouth of the fish.
The Bill Dance Question and Answer of the Week, brought to you by Bill Dance Exclusive Rods by Quantum. Whether you're fishing for panfish, bass, catfish, or light saltwater, we have the action for you. Available at Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's.
How important is boating safety? There's a boatload of truth to the saying. There's no such thing as being too safe. Boating safety is paramount, but since we anglers are in and out of them so much, we may get a little lax and take safety precautions for granted. Now that's dangerous. Visit the U.S. Coast Guard website for safety tips. Always keep safety in mind, as well as the safety of those who share the water.
Today's show is sponsored in part by Millennium Marine, a new class of comfort. And by Garmin Force Trolling Motors, fish with force. Closed caption provided by Power Pole, the original shallow water anchor. Today's product tip is brought to you by Garmin and their GPS map series, Shark Plotter Sonar Combos, with their advanced sonar technology. Like Panoptic's Live Scope all-seeing sonar, you'll spend less time finding your fish.
Anglers looking for a way to make their smaller boats stay put in shallow water? Check out the Power Pole Heavy Duty Spike. The spike helps hold small boats exactly where you want to keep them. It also secures the bow of a bass boat that has power poles. Each spike comes with a nylon dock line and push grips to help you easily sink it into sand or mud. Need to stay steady in one spot? Spike that spot. You can fish there as long as you wish.
Come be part of Bill Dance Digital. Join us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Follow us.
I'm cutting it out. There's a better fish there. Guess what? he got my water bug. All right, come here. All right, come up here. Quit acting silly. My mom tied up. That's okay. Yeah, he's a lot better than I thought. Good big fat thing. Pretty. See ya, fatty. Bye-bye. It might glide a little bit. Let's just see if this works. We'll just rig it up like this. We'll rig it through the back. Instead of the flat side, come more like this instead of flat. It may not glide as much. You got a lot more plastic, that neck to hold on to. Let's see how that works. Get out of there. doggy here. Whoa, he's a good one. Yep. I can fix you real quick. Aha! That's 2 points. Another neat deal. Remember how we rigged it? Look at that. It's still rigged the same way. A big pretty fish right there. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Well, it's about that time, folks, for us to load up and get out of here and head home. We hope you enjoyed our little trip today and learned that invertebrates are a favorite target for bass. And these little rascals right here, these little river bugs, they're a favorite target of the largemouth bass. And I'm sure smallmouth bass will eat them too, because they look and act so much like something that bass feed on, only if they're fished properly. Tell you what, next time you're in the Bass Pro Shop store, check them out, okay? Appreciate you tuning in, and we'll catch you next time. See ya.
Thanks for watching Bill Dance Outdoors. Join us here again next week.
Now I've gone fishing with Bill Dance today.